Hey, JT. Okay, you guys, it's been a really busy day cooking. I hope you didn't miss the Corner Butcher Shop videos that we did earlier. I did a video on how to prepare a prime rib, how to baste it, garlic clove it. If you missed it, I'll put it on YouTube later tonight or probably tomorrow. We did turducken, we did turkey, and we did prime rib. So I'm hoping that I'll get some RPD guys that are on duty tonight, that they want to come by and get some food, because I want to give the food out. I don't want it here, I want to eat it. Corner Butcher Shop is in Laverne. Highly suggest them. I don't care where you live. You can't find a butcher shop like this. I'm just telling you guys. I've known them for 4 years now. Like I said, I did a show when I was on PBS there. I'm going to go take you guys into the restaurant in a little bit, not today, another day, and show you the food and show you what they do there. I will say they are so clean. You don't have to worry about cleanliness. That's one restaurant. As a food critic, I'm in and out of restaurants all the time, and there are many that I would never want to eat in, to be honest with you. So I love somebody who's a restaurateur that is really, really on top of food safety, constantly checking the thermometer, making sure the temperature's right. He cleaned my entire kitchen. I was like, dude, that's so hot, right? This guy's cleaning my floor, he's cleaning everything. I love it. So thank you, John. If you're watching, you're awesome. I'm gonna show you how to do a really quick, thanks, Bob. I'm gonna show you how to do a really quick sweet potato. I've been cooking literally all day. I am exhausted. I did Zumba this morning. I'm a mess. So I want to just show you something really simple, and I'm not going to do it start to finish. I'm just going to kind of tell you how I did it so that you get inspired. And I will do more recipes as we're getting closer to Thanksgiving for side dishes, because I want you to elevate your side dishes. Do something fun. You know what I mean? You don't have to do like out of the can. Blah, it's terrible. So what I did, I'm going to bring it on camera so I can show you. I don't want to burn myself. Okay. So can you guys see here? Ouch, that is hot. My oven, I've got the turducken in the oven still, and the other prime rib. So it's like 800 degrees in here, even though I have my temperature set really low on my AC. So I peeled and quartered my sweet potatoes, and I just tossed them in oil and lightly salted them and put them in to roast just till fork tender. I don't want them mushy, but I want them like fork tender, okay? Let me get a pot holder so I don't kill myself here. So what you want to do is you want to put them in a pre-greased baking pan, whatever you want. I can't really see what I'm doing here. Get rid of that. Okay. And so instead of putting marshmallows on there, I want to inspire you to do something else. Marshmallows are great. They're sweet and they caramelize, and that's great. But what I do is I make my own caramel. That's right, I make my own caramel. So what I'm doing to make this caramel is I'm using cream and butter like you would in a caramel. I'm using really good vanilla. This one has, it's a Vermont maple syrup that's infused with the vanilla bean in it. And this is from Trader Joe's, but you can do your own infused maple syrup, or you could just take a vanilla bean and just, saute it in, not saute it, like simmer it in your cream. It's gonna have cinnamon in it. It's gonna have cloves in it. More vanilla extract, because vanilla is so delicious. Allspice, Jamaican man, allspice. And I do whole, and then I grind them in a pestle. So I don't know if you guys have one of these. This is the best thing. When your spices are fresh, they taste the best. And then nutmeg. Yes, nutmeg comes in pods. Have you guys used this before? Can you dance while you cook? Yeah, no, I dance terrible. Like Zumba, you guys, it's embarrassing. Like everybody's going one way and I'm like, trying to figure out, but I just start doing jumping jacks. Just figure if I'm moving, it's good. This is nutmeg. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Can you see it? Take a microplane and you just literally, and the aroma of fresh nutmeg is amazing. So that has this in it as well. So I take butter, a whole stick, and I melt it down with about 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. I like dark brown because it has more of the molasses in it. Okay, so use dark brown sugar if you have it. I get that melted, and then I start adding my ingredients. I add a dash of cinnamon, I put in about 4 whole allspice, and I mashed them up. I do like a pinch of clove, not a lot because clove is very strong. A good teaspoon of cinnamon. I do some pink Himalayan salt because whenever you're doing sweet, you want salt to counterbalance that, okay? So you've got your butter, you've got all your stuff in there, and it's gonna start turning into kind of like a candy, if you will. Once it gets to the stage where it's, and I'm not a pastry chef, and I don't, put my thermometer in there. I'm just eyeballing it. Once it starts getting really thick, and the sugar starts to crystallize in there, I start adding heavy cream, about 3/4 of a cup, and I whip it up in here, and I'm just going to heat it just a little bit more while I'm talking to you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this all over these beautiful roasted sweet potatoes. I'm gonna add some butter, because more butter, there's already a stick of butter in this, but we're gonna add more butter. Thanksgiving is a time when we're not worried about butter. So I like Plegra butter. I think it's like one of the best butters. Kerrygold is good too. You can use whatever grocery store brand you have, but this is unsalted because I'm gonna add salt. So I'm gonna take some pats of butter and I'm just gonna put them on top, okay? Oh my gosh, the turducken smells so good. I'm excited to try turducken. I've never had it. Really interesting. That duck fat is gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna put about 8 pats, so 8 teaspoons or so of butter on here. And it's just gonna melt. There's already butter in the caramel sauce. Okay. And I'm gonna let me get rid of the whisk. I'm just gonna pour this luscious sauce. So this is like a caramel. It's not quite as thick as a caramel because it's gonna kind of brulee in here, but this is maple syrup, butter, look at this. All those beautiful spices. Talk about delicious. Your guests will absolutely love you for this. They don't need those yucky marshmallows that are full of like corn syrup and just junk. This is, natural, organic, however you wanna do it. So I'm just pouring all that beautiful caramel, if you will, on top. I'm gonna take a little bit more fresh nutmeg because the flavor's really bright. Okay, I'm making you hungry. I know, right? I have all this food and nobody's home. I'm like, my husband's not home. I'm like, I gotta feed them. I hope the RPD comes by so they can get some of this food because I wanna feed them. These are heroes. They work so hard to keep our city safe. And I wanted to share it with you guys, but I don't want any creeper weirdo people at my house. You know what I mean? So I thought, I love the police and I love the fire too. If they want to come by, that's fine. They just need to message me. Okay, so a little fresh nutmeg on top. And then to add it, to kick it up a notch. Hi, Maddie. Sweet and spicy pecans. So these have a little cayenne. Now you can make these super, super easy. You're gonna toss them in honey, brown sugar, a little bit of butter, whatever you wanna do to get them sweet, and then add cayenne in as well. So you've got salty, sweet, spicy. See where I'm going with that? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my rolling pin. I'm just gonna take a little aggression out on these. I don't want them whole. I want them a little munched up. Pulse these in your processor, but I'm lazy and I've been cooking all day and John did all the dishes, so I can't say I've been doing dishes all day, but I'm tired. I can't wait to sit down. I've been on my feet. Hey Billy, I would weigh 300 pounds if I lived with you. Well, I would have you at the gym. Hello? I want my man muscly. I'm lifting weights. I would make my man lift weights. Okay, so I'm gonna spread these spicy, sweet pecans on top. Okay, you see where I'm going with this? Is this gorgeous? So this is gonna be sweet and creamy and buttery. It's gonna hit all those notes. Look at that. Is that lovely? And then I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm gonna finish baking it off. It's already cooked, so I'm just gonna try and get it to brown up. Look at how amazing this dish is. And I'm telling you, when you taste it, it hits all the points. Those sweet potatoes you get in a can, they're so sweet. And even the ones that they make from scratch where they put all that marshmallow, I love the brulee top, but it really is too sweet. So this is sweet, but it's salty. Oh, I forgot, you wanna put some salt on top. You gotta have salt. So I'm gonna just hit it with some, I like some kosher salt on top. You can do pink Himalayan, whatever you want to do. I wouldn't use iodized, iodized, thank you. I have turkey on the brain. They say men only get tryptophan like the turkey. I feel like I have it. You want salty on there, and you want something that's flaky. A flakier salt is better on a dessert. So whenever I'm gonna salt a dessert, I always look for a flakier, coarser type salt to put on top, because you don't want it to like just melt into it. You kind of want to get that crunch a little bit from it. So there you go, super easy. You can make it ahead, and you're gonna wow your guests. So if you missed the videos from today, I did how to do a prime rib. We talked about how to prepare a turkey. We talked about cooking time. They're separate videos, some of them. I will put them on my Foodie Princess YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. I have to be able to get subscribers to stay alive on there, and you guys will never be able to find these videos on my page. There's too much going on. So I need you to go to Foodie Princess YouTube, click the subscribe, and the videos all land on there. So very, very fun. Monday, I want to tell you guys, I have a great guest. She's not only beautiful, but she is a talented baker, and she's going to be doing homemade pumpkin pie, super easy recipe, flaky, beautiful crust from scratch. And I'm going to teach you boozy, that's right, boozy whipped cream. So, you know, your uncle that's cranky or whatever, you're just going to give him an extra dollop and get him to shut up, because he's going to have some boozy whipped cream. So we're going to talk about different flavored whipped creams to go with. If you're going to have pecan pie or sweet potato pie or whatever, we're going to be talking about different flavors and how to do them. Super easy and delicious, okay? So tune in Monday, probably about 6 to 7-ish, and I'll go Facebook Live a little before. Hot, and she makes pies, yes, and she's married, so you know, she's taken, but she's beautiful inside and out, and I volunteer with her at the Ronald McDonald House. She started a program where she does cooking for the families there. And if you're not familiar with Ronald McDonald House, it's a wonderful, wonderful charity organization that is such a lifesaver for families that are dealing with a horrible illness of a child. And they have a hotel there that these families can stay in, and all these amenities for the families. It's absolutely amazing. It's the one in Loma Linda, and we cook for the families there. And I am so grateful for her for inviting me and my daughter. We cook for the families there, and it's just such a great opportunity to give back and see the wonderful things going on in our community. So tune in for Monday for pumpkin pie. We got your turkey, so we've got you covered for Thanksgiving, okay? So I'm your Thanksgiving hookup girl. We got everything going on. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you. But please go back and go to the Foodie Princess YouTube. Thank you guys so much, and I am gonna put my feet up, and I'm gonna put my jammies on, and I'm gonna have me some prime rib and whatever else I can find. Okay, you guys, have a great evening.